Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is a story of what if Naruto was neglected in a prodigy. What if Naruto's parents never died? What if Naruto had younger siblings? What if Naruto was neglected? Find out the journey of a young boy who is neglected and joins the anbu to make his skills refined. Before we start, thank you for all the support, it really means a lot to me, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and check the description for the creator of this great fanfic. So let's start now. Chapter 1. Prodigy is born. It was a bright day for the whole village because their beloved fourth Hokage had his first child. His name was Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. The day he was born, all the villagers were cheering. Time skip 4 years later, the 4-year-old boy was running throughout the house finding for his mother and father because today his father told him this was an important day because his godfather was coming today. He was excited that his godfather was the Toad Sanin, but he felt nervous because this was his first time meeting his godfather. He entered the living room and saw a white-haired man who was trying to hide his wrinkles with his hair, but he didn't comment about it. He ran to his mother and father and sat on his father's lap, who was smiling at the antics of his son. Then Minato started, "Naruto, this your godfather Jiraiya. He was on long trip for years because of his mission." Naruto nodded and turned to face his godfather, who grinning at him. Then suddenly he was engulfed in a hug by his godfather. Naruto said in huffled voice, "You are crushing me." Then Jiraiya heard it and immediately let him out of his grip. He turned to his student and said, "Well Minato, you got yourself a good son and me a nice godson." Minato ruffled the back of his hair and said, "Thank you sensei," but was cut out when Naruto pointed at Jiraiya and, "I heard you are strong, so please train me. My mother and father told me that I was too young to train." Naruto hit it at his head by Kushina and she said, "Naruto, I told you are not getting any training until you are 6. Jiraiya laughed at the antics of mother and son. Then he said, "While I can't train you right now, but I can give scroll on how to unlock your chakra and chakra control exercises." Then he was engulfed by a hug by his godson and he patted on his head. "I can do this much because I missed your 4 birthdays." Chapter 2. Naruto was too excited to unlock his chakra, so he asked his father's help to unlock his chakra. His dad responded, "Gomen Naruto, I have a lot of paperwork," and left. Naruto pouted, but he did not ask his mother because he knows it if he asked his mother for help then she would be mad, and he have seen in his father face was full of fear, so he no not mess with her and obey her orders. Naruto sneakily walked out of his home and ran outside, but he bumped into Lord Third, but he loved to call him Gigi. Hiruzen stretched his hand to lift Naruto of ground. Then he asked, "Where are you going Naruto?" Naruto smiled at the old man and said, "Gigi, I was going to an open field to unlock my chakra," he said with a grin. Hiruzen raised his eyebrow and asked Naruto, "Where are your parents? I don't see them." Naruto scratched the back of his head and said, "Dad had a lot of paperwork to do and my mother told me she will help me train when I am 6. Hiruzen then chuckled and said that he can help unlock his chakra. Then his Gigi gripped his shoulder and shunshined and went to a normal training ground. When he reached it, he turned towards his Gigi and said, "Wow. Gigi, you are so awesome. When I unlock my chakra, can you teach me?" Hiruzen chuckled and said, "Naruto, you are too young, but when you get older I will teach it to you." Naruto pouted, but it quickly faded away and opened the scroll that his godfather have give him and started to read it. After few minutes he sat at meditative position and started to focus. He felt a pull in his stomach. He tried to pull it out, but it was very hard for his body. Then Naruto thought that it is his body, so he can order it loosen it. Then a burst of chakra came out of Naruto. It was so dense and large that ground beneath him crack a little. Hiruzen's eyes widened. He watched his pseudo grandson. He compared this chakra with his sensei Hashirama. Then it died down and Naruto stand there panting. He fall on his butt and drifted in a sleep. Chapter 3. Time skip 1 later. It was 5 am and a certain blonde opened his eyes and his eyes traveled to alarm clock beside his reading table. He looked at the ceiling of his room and remember what his mother and father had told him yesterday. Flashback. Naruto, we have something to tell you, come down fast. His mother voice came from downstairs. When he get down he saw his mother and father smiling at each other. Their gaze then shifted towards their child and smiled brightly at him. "Naruto, we got a good news today from the hospital." Naruto nodded and allowing father to continue. "The good news is that you're going to be a big brother." Naruto was happy at this information and he was jumping around back and forth. Then stopped and looked at his father and told, "I will make sure that I am strong enough to protect my younger siblings and precious person," with a voice filled with determination. End of the flashback. He got out of the bed and headed towards his bathroom and took a good nice shower of 20 minutes. He then put on his clothes, which was a black jacket which was opened, which had blue strips on it, and a fishnet shirt beneath it. His pants were normal anbu pants. Then he grinned at the mirror and took of his room's window, but not before he make a shadow clone, and then took of to the Sarutobi compound to continue his training. Flashback when Naruto unlocked his chakra and fell into sleep. Hiruzen then quickly shook head to get rid of his thoughts right now. He then picked up Naruto and placed him under the shade of the tree and began to wait for Naruto to wake up. After 30 minutes Naruto began to wake up and check his surroundings. He was not in home, but then all of the memories came back. He looked to find his Jiji. He found him sitting above on tree branch. Hiruzen then jumped out of the tree and landed gracefully. He then handed a leaf to Naruto. Look at him confusingly. Hiruzen began to speak. Congratulations Naruto on unlocking your chakra. But the difficult part comes now. Then Hiruzen pressed the leaf at his forehead. Then Naruto looked in awe as he looked at the leaf which is not falling of the old man. Then Hiruzen spoke, Naruto, you have to master your chakra control exercise. Chakra control is the most important thing to every ninja. If can't master your chakra you pretty much cannot use any jutsu. Naruto nodded and he fist pumped at the air and he shouted. I will master the chakra control exercise in no time. Hiruzen chuckled at this and then pointed towards the leaf that Naruto had. Naruto began to control his chakra. It him 6 tries and at the 7th try he mastered it. Hiruzen was shocked at first but then turned it into a smile. He looked at the blonde boy running through the field with leaf still stick to his head. After that day Hiruzen took Naruto to master his chakra control. It took 3 months to master all the chakra control. Hiruzen looked at his grandson proudly and he made his decision to train Naruto to be strong, so thrice a week he would bring Naruto to the Sarutobi compound and began to teach him Shuriken Jutsu and basic techniques of academy. It took 3 months to master Shuriken Jutsu and 3 months to master all the jutsu of the academy. It took this much time to master because he wanted no hand seals to do this jutsu. He was also stuck at clone jutsu for half a month because he could not do it, so Hiruzen taught him shadow clone jutsu. It took half a month to completely master the jutsu without hand signs. After that Naruto began to learn calligraphy because he heard it from his Jiji that his mother and father are best at fuinjutsu and he have to start with this. He took interest in it, so he began to his training. While his parents would not even care to look for him because his father was busy with his paperwork and his mother would spend her time with friends. End of the flashback. He was going to the compound to meet his Jiji because he told Naruto that he would his taijutsu training. He was excited. Chapter 4. It was October 10th. Today was the day that everyone waited for because their beloved 4th Hokage was going to have twins. But they didn't know that today most of the people were going to lose their loved ones. At an unknown location screams of a woman could be heard throughout the cave. This woman was none other than Kushina. She was delivering her twins. Then a cry of 2 baby could be heard. Their names were Menma Uzumaki Namikaze and Naruko Uzumaki Namikaze. Then it was intertwined by a masked man who killed the 3rd Hokage wife Bawako Sarutobi. He took the Hokage twins and he said in monotone voice, 4th Hokage, step away from the Jinchuriki and I might let your twins live. Minato stepped away from Kushina but the masked man threw the child upwards and ready to stab him. Minato saved Menma and Naruko and flash away. After some time there was a big 9-tailed fox causing havoc in the village. Naruto was watching this from his bedroom. Then suddenly his father flashed into the room and said, Naruto, we need your help. Your mother is in too much pain to hold the Kyuubi back and your siblings are too young to hold back the beast. So I decided you have make a sacrifice for the village. Minato said in a sad voice because he knows after today the village would hate the fox and its Jinchuriki. But it has to be done. Naruto was now standing in front of the fox and staring at him. Then he noticed the fox struggling to move its body. After some time it stopped because of his mother's chakra chains. Then Minato used a normal yet powerful seal to seal the fox inside his eldest son. It growled and struggled but all in vain as he was sealed inside Naruto. Naruto passed out from the pain he felt from Kurama being sealed inside of him. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like for more what ifs and support the author. See you guys in the next video.